Good, boss of YouTube, 6-foot hacks here. Got for you guys today another Showdown live, and this time it's going to be in the RU tier. And I want to go ahead and say sorry for not uploading the past few days, guys. I've just been really tired and busy from work. My new job does require a lot more labor than my old job, so my body's got to get used to it. And yeah, anyways, you guys hopefully have been having a good weekend. This should be going up today, Sunday, or maybe tomorrow on Monday, depending on when I have a chance to edit it. But yeah, it is going to be an RU. For those of you who don't know yet, for some reason, RU is currently suspect testing Tyrantrum and Mega Steelix. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Personally, I don't really think Mega Steelix should go. That's just my opinion, but I can see how it would open up more Pokemon to be used. For example, as you can see on my team, Registeel, Mega Steelix and Tyrantrum can't be used right now in the suspect test. So this was originally Bronzong, but I switched it up to Steelix, not Steelix, sorry, to Registeel, just because I wanted the extra bulk and the extra status in Thunder Wave, because this team does really benefit from Thunder Wave support. But as for Tyrantrum, I can see why it should be banned. It does hit extremely hard. There are really no checks or switch-ins to Tyrantrum, and any checks or switch-ins can be worn down accordingly by hazards or by the other 5 team members that you have on your team to help Tyrantrum destroy your opponent. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, this is not your typical standard max speed, max special attack Venusaur. This is more of an offensive tank variant, something I've been wanting to try out, and personally I've actually really been liking because I like being able to hit harder and take the hits, although I do lose to other Venusaur on occasion if I am too low on HP. This set does still put in work, and hopefully I get to show it off. Next off, we have Mega Glalie here, which I forgot to nickname. I don't really know, but I'll just face. Mega Glalie with Spikes and Ice Shard. I have been debating on putting Freeze Dry over Spikes, but Spikes just really come in handy with Venusaur, Emboar, and Flygon, and even Glalie when I switch in and switch out and switch in. But yeah, Mega Glalie has been pulling its weight so far. Next off, we have Slow Queen, the Slow King, which is actually really amazing. I am a huge fan of Slow King. Slow King has always been one of my favorite Pokemon to use in the RU tier since it was RU. And the reason why we have Colbur Berry is because Dark types are a bit of a nuisance to this team. Houndoom and Sneasel in particular are what I've seen a lot of, but it's really nice to be able to take a hit and then just Thunder Wave them and then not have to worry about them for the remainder of the game, you know, unless you get critted or flinched. But that's the only 2 downsides. Next off, we have Bog Standard Flygon, because for some reason Scarf Flygon is phenomenal in this tier. This thing is just amazing. I really like Scarf Flygon. I was trying out Adamant Nature, but I'm just gonna switch it up to Jolly for the sake of being safe for the live. Next off, we have Choice Banded Emboar. Oh my lord, this thing, I really like this thing. This hurts. Like a Flare Blitz from this, something's dying. Then finally we have Registeel here with a dual status, Seismic and Stealth Rocks. I have been debating on maybe switching this up to Iron Head, but as you can see, Steelix, sorry, I don't know why I keep calling this Steelix. Registeel doesn't really have that high of a physical attack stat, and Seismic Toss is always guaranteed to do 100 points of damage, and as long as Ghost types don't have Substitute, I can just Toxic them, or unless I run into a Haunter and it has Sub and I can't T-Wave it, then that becomes really annoying. But yeah guys, that is the intro to the team. I've rambled on enough. Let's go ahead and get this started. Alrighty, so my opponent has a Gallade, which I've really been wanting to use Gallade. That is actually what the next Are You Live may be about, because Gallade is a Pokemon that I really have problems with since I started playing Are You again, so I really want to use it and see if I can cause other people problems. But yeah, anyways, my opponent's team is kind of cool. He has a Registeel as well. I did kind of want to put these last ADVs in speed anyways to outspeed opposing Registeels in case we get each other very low or we have to spam Seismic Toss or things like that. But yeah, he may just lead with the Registeel or the Jolteon. I'm thinking a Jolteon shouldn't be too big of an issue. I kind of just want to lead with my Glalie because I want to go ahead and start getting up spikes, although that Blastoise can just spin them away, so I do have to watch out for that. Another potential lead could just be my Emboar because I am Choice Banded and I can just weaken Blastoise right away. So I think I'm actually going to lead Emboar, as he ends up leading off with the Delphox, which I was not expecting. I'm guessing maybe he did predict my Registeel or my Glalie. But I'm going to switch right into my Slowking here as he goes for Hypnosis. What? I'm so confused. Hello? Am I gonna get swept? I'm gonna get swept. If you don't wake up. Please. Thank you. Okay, so this is still kind of terrifying. Do I switch into, like, what do I do? I'm so scared. Hello? I'm just gonna Scald. That actually still did a decent amount, and he misses Hypnosis, thank God. Why? Why is this happening? And he just leaves. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, so I got interrupted, but we're gonna keep that first battle in, but this is gonna be the official first game if this dude doesn't leave. So I have not seen an Aromatisse in RU at all since I've started playing. So I'm not too sure what they do. I'm pretty positive they're just defensive though, so we're gonna go on the assumption of that. He does have a pretty bulky looking team though, a little Volt Turn Core here, bulky walls between Registeel, Slowking, and Aromatisse, and then Spiritomb is probably just there to trap or Calm Mind and sweep late game. Looking at leads though, probably Flygon or Rotom potentially. So I may just lead with my Glalie actually. He could also lead with Registeel potentially, but I can still get up one layer of spikes. Venusaur, if I can get rid of this Registeel, is going to put in a lot of work. So I almost just want to lead with Emboar because he has no switch-ins outside of Slowking, which with the proper predictions I can beat one-on-one hopefully. So it's either between Emboar or my Glalie. I'm gonna lead Glalie, I think. Oh, as he leads Rotom. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get up a layer of spikes, as he is going to go straight for the Volt Switch, getting off a decent little bit of damage on me. He can bring in the Slowking potentially. Either way though, I will be able to get up at least one layer of spikes. If that Flygon is not choiced, it is going to be a little bit more annoying to deal with. He could actually just be a special variant of Flygon or a physical life form variant with Defog. So he does end up bringing in the Registeel. The question is, do I want to get up another layer or go for the Earthquake first and just kind of weaken this? I'm pretty sure he's just going to go for his own rocks either way regardless. Although weakening this is going to be really good for my team. Do I really need that second layer of spikes? It would put more pressure on Slowking. Weakening this is going to be really great too. I could force him to switch out regardless of what I do after making this play, but I don't know. I think in the long run I'd rather just go for Earthquake on this Registeel. Yeah, I'm just gonna go EQ, get off some damage as he ends up going for Toxic. Okay, I'm guessing thinking that I would switch out. That is a-okay with me, seeing as now I can EQ again, or I can go for another layer of spikes potentially. I think I'd rather just spike here, as he's probably gonna try and just knock me out. Regardless though, now I can weaken this even more, get up 2 spikes, and just Earthquake again if I really wanted to. I also kind of want to double edge. At the same time, I want to make a switch. I think I'm going to double into my Flagon here. On the off chance that he wants to switch into his own Flagon, thinking that maybe I'll go for an Earthquake or my final layer of spikes, or if he wants to bring in his Rotom, that'll be really good for me as well. So he's actually just going to go for the Protect, so this is more of a defensive Stally variant of Registeel, as now he will be able to Protect. That is going to be a little bit annoying. But it's not that big of an issue, because this way I still am going to be able to chip away at him very, very slowly, and these 2 layers of spikes are going to pressure his team. So he's going to decide to switch out into his own Flygon. If I bring in Slowking here, he can defog, but I can probably burn him with the Scald. He shouldn't be able to knock out my Venusaur with any one hit, so what I could do is actually bring in Venusaur and just go for Leaf Storm and pressure him. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end up bringing in my Venusaur here, as he doesn't have leftovers, so he's either gonna be choiced or offensive with Life Orb. Regardless, I kind of just want to Leaf Storm here. Even if he does bring in the Registeel, he has no switch-ins to Sleep Powder. If he does want to switch around, then I can Synthesis and recover off any damage that I'll take from Life Orb or a U-turn that he's about to go for. Again, I could Sleep Powder right away though, but I don't want him to just freely defog, so I think I'm just going to go for Leaf Storm here. This is going to hopefully knock... It just... it died. I don't know if that crit mattered. Hold on. Let's take a look. Flygon. We'll just go with Scarf. Venusaur. No, not Mega Venusaur. Oh, is there no Yo offensive in here? Modest. I think I only have like 180 special attack with Life Orb. So no, that crit did not matter at all. So he's gonna end up bringing in the Spiritomb. I'm just gonna go for the Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder. Let's try that again. So any hazards I get up from now on will be here to stay for the remainder of this game. He can't safely switch into Registeel here, because if he does, I can put it to sleep, and then I bring in Glalie and I can get up my spikes again. So it was a good thing that I did pressure him to defog with Flygon, as I was able to freely knock him out. So that's one less switch into Wild Charge from my Emboar. So if I really wanted to here, I could switch directly into my Registeel, which is what I really want to do. I mean my Glalie, sorry, which is... it's risky because he is probably just going to double switch into Registeel is what I'm thinking. So I want to double into my Emboar here, actually, is what I want. So he decides to stay in. I'm not too sure why, but I can freely Wild Charge here or Flare Blitz, as he forfeits. Alright, so hopefully this opponent doesn't leave, and hopefully this is not sub-bulk up Braviary, because this destroys my entire team. So I really have to watch out for that. Alright, so we are facing Flo Bananas, as he has a very scary looking team actually, and puts the timer on right away. I'm guessing he's going to want to lead with Deontay because it looks to be his Stealth Rocker. I kind of want to lead with my Venusaur because he really has no switch-ins to this at all. Another choice would be my Emboar potentially. I think Slowking all around is my safest lead, as he leads with Slowking as well. The question is though, what do we do? I think I'm just going to switch into my Registeel because I do have Toxic on it. I can Toxic anything that he'll want to switch into on my Registeel, and if he does want to switch into a Bomb Snow, I should be able to take it one-on-one anyways. As he ends up going for the Psychic, I do just want to go for the Toxic right away, because there's a chance he may want to switch into the Flygon, although Emboar wouldn't be a bad switch in either. Well, I guess in that case, getting up Rocks here is my better play. As he ends up going for the Calm Mind, that's fine with me, as I do have Toxic. This is not going to beat me one-on-one unless he burns me with the Scald very early on. And luckily he doesn't have the Lumberry, which is really nice. So what I could do here is just spam Seismic Toss, or I could make a risky switch into my Venusaur, because I do have Leaf Storm, and with Rocks up, not even Braviary is going to appreciate switching into this. And then if he is Bulk Up, I should be able to outspeed him, and then I can potentially knock him out with a Sludge Bomb anyways. So I really am debating on bringing in Venusaur here, or what I could do is just go for Seismic Toss first and then switch into Venusaur, just to kind of weaken this a little bit more. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to Seismic Toss first, then switch into my okay. Okay, good. Really good thing I did not switch. Good thing I did not switch into Venusaur there. Okay, so I went with my gut feeling and I stayed in, and it really paid off for us here, because we are severely weakening this Slowking, and we didn't just lose our Venusaur. That would have been absolutely terrible. So I kind of just want a Thunder Wave here actually now. Or what he could be thinking of doing now is maybe bringing in Braviary. I'm actually going to Toxic here, predicting yes! Ooh, my play. No! Oh, really? This is now a problem. This is really, man. It's so annoying. It's really, it's fine. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Double Edge as he ends up going for the Roost. I'm gonna try and just get up a layer of Spikes here, because he shouldn't want to stay in here, as he does switch into the Slowking. So as I can get up my hazards, I can hopefully just try and prevent this Braviary from wanting to try and set up on me. I really want to switch back into Registeel here. Venusaur is also another switch in potentially, because he's not going to be able to knock me out with the neutral Psychic. I think I'm just going to make an aggressive switch into Venusaur here. I'm clicking Leaf Storm. Yeah, because even if I knock something out and then he brings in Braviary, I should be able to outspeed it and hopefully put it to sleep, as long as I don't miss. Sludge Bomb would be another optimal play to do, but I'd rather just Leaf Storm to be safe here. This is dropping. No, it didn't. It survived. Okay. So he turns out to be a bit of a bulky variant of Flygon. So I'm just going to Leaf Storm again, just to get rid of it, as he shouldn't knock me out. No. Sorry. There's so many things going on in my mind right now, because I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that Braviary later in this game. So he is going to end up bringing in the Braviary here. I'm going to go straight for the Sleep Powder in hopes that I do hit. Thankfully I do. And now I can Synthesis or switch into Emboar is what I'm thinking, because I can just go ahead and Flare Blitz and get a KO potentially. Yeah, I'm just going to make a hard switch into my Emboar here. I should be able to 2-hit KO the Slowking if he does want to switch it in. Deontay is not going to take 2 hits either, and Flygon's going to get knocked out. So I'm Choice Banded Adamant with Reckless. This is going to do about 40%, I think. This is a 2-hit KO, ladies and gentlemen. What are your switch-ins? This is... Please. Oh my god. This is doing so much damage. Oh, okay, so this is really good. We managed to make a bit of a comeback, putting this Braviary to sleep after missing the Toxic, so I'm not as scared as I was before. We are definitely in a good scenario right now. if he brings in the Flygon, he's gonna have to go for the Earthquake to knock me out, and then I can just revenge kill him. As he brings in the Slowking, do I really want to risk staying in and potentially getting knocked out? Because this still can knock this out. I checked this Braviary. I don't know what his Emboar is. I'm assuming his Emboar is going to be Scarf because his Flygon's not Scarf. Do I want to switch out is the question. If I do switch out, I may just fodder off my Venusaur here because it's already put in a pretty good amount of work. And I'm not really too scared of this Slowking with it being toxic. Yeah, I think I may just switch into my Venusaur. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch into Venusaur here. Just to fodder it off, or he may want to go for the slack off. That's a-okay with me, as I get another KO here with Leaf Storm, or I'm a man and I Synthesis. But I'm probably just gonna Leaf Storm because I just want to really weaken his team. Yeah, I really don't need a Synthesis here. If he does want to risk it and stay in, then I KO the Slowking. If he wants to switch out and fodder something like the Flygon, that's fine with me as well. But then he does risk me getting off a free Synthesis, which is what he may think I want to do, and just leave in Slowking, which would be absolutely amazing. Another switch in would potentially be the Emboar. So he did predict me to stay in and Synthesis, predicting him to switch out, and I'm able to get rid of the Slowking. So at this point, I'm pretty sure the game is pretty much mine. The question is though, what do I want to bring in? Glalie maybe? Emboar wouldn't be a bad switch in either because I do take on anything he wants to bring in except his Flygon. In which case I can just bring in my own Flygon, lock myself into Outrage possibly. Actually, I think just bringing in my Registeel, not my Registeel, sorry, bringing in my Mega Glalie is actually my safest play. Even if he wants to bring in Emboar, that's fine. If he wants to bring in Flygon, I can Ice Shard. If he wants to bring in Braviary, for whatever reason I knock it out. If he wants to bring in a Bomb Snow, I can just double edge it, and I think I knock it out. I could just run a calc real quick to be on the safe side, because I really don't know if I do knock it out with any one hits. That's fun. Mega Glue, RU Wall Breaker. Double Edge does 90 to 105%, so I should be able to easily knock him out. And then at this point, Mega Glalie I think wins the game unless this is Scarfed Emboar, which it could still maybe be. So if he does bring it in here, I am going to be forced to switch out. So this battle was looking a little bit bleak for us at the beginning because I really thought Braviary was about to just sweep through the team after I missed that Toxic, but luckily we were able to make some right predictions and gain the momentum back on our side. And now the hazards are just really chipping away at him, and not to mention that Venusaur, man, Venusaur put in so much work. Oh my lord, Venusaur is a man. So I can just safely bring in my Flygon here, even if he predicts this. It doesn't. Wow, that has to be banded because that did way too much damage. Holy crap. Well, I can't lock myself into Earthquake, obviously, so I'm going to lock myself into Outrage. I outspeed Flygon. I should be able to knock out the Braviary at the amount of HP that he is at. Yeah, there was... and I crit. Sorry about that, my mans. And that is the game. So yeah, that was a pretty solid game. Let's go get another one. Alright, guys, so we got the next battle here, and this dude has a pretty cool looking team. I like the Aromatisse, something I really have not seen much in RU, and he also has a Dugtrio which traps my Registeel and my Emboar, which actually really sucks. So I really have to watch out for this Registeel, for this Dugtrio. Looking at leads though, maybe his own Registeel? Or... Dugtrio could also be a lead. I kind of want to lead with my Flygon, seeing as it is my safest lead. Emboar also wouldn't be a bad choice, seeing as I can just Flare Blitz right away, as I can either force him right into Blastoise and weaken it, or break the potential sash on Dugtrio. I think I'm just going to lead Emboar. as he does lead Registeel, and I want to superpower. I think I'm actually going to superpower. Should I superpower or should I Flare Blitz? He could maybe think I'm going to predict him to bring in Dugtrio and predict a superpower and bring in Weezing. See, I don't know whether to superpower or Flare Blitz. If I Flare Blitz, I can save Emboar for later. If I superpower, I get rid of Blastoise potentially, and I lose Emboar right away though. But I can keep Emboar if I Flare Blitz longer, I think, if he switches right into Blastoise right now. I think I'd rather just Flare Blitz right now, as he does make the stage switch into Blastoise. That's resisted, and it did 41%. That is way too much damage. So I could just go ahead and knock him out. Well, not knock him out, sorry. I could go ahead and just weaken him more with another Flare Blitz, or switch directly on out, which wouldn't be a bad play either, I think. Because he may just want to go straight for the Scald here. But is it worth risking Venusaur? Is what I'm thinking. I mean, Slowking I guess wouldn't really mind a burn. There's a chance he may want to double, as he does go for Scald. Luckily he actually doesn't burn us with the first one, so that's really, really good for us. As I kind of want to double here now into my Venusaur, expecting him to want to bring back in Registeel, and I can go ahead and Sleep Powder. Which is what I may go ahead and do, because I want to keep up offensive pressure and I really don't want him to get up rocks for free. So I'm going to switch out here, as he actually just stays in here, goes for the Toxic. Perfectly fine with me, seeing as now I will be able to go for a Sleep Powder. And as long as I don't miss, everything should be good. As he ends up bringing in the Weezing, I will be able to put that to sleep. And I could go ahead and Leaf Storm here, or double on out, predicting him to bring in Registeel, or potentially bringing in Dugtrio. The question is though, is he really going to risk bringing in Dugtrio? I don't think so. I'm just going to double back into my Emboar here, predicting a Registeel, and we're back in the same boat as we were before, but now I can 2 KO Blastoise. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Flare Blitz here, as he brings in the Weezing. It just dropped. So we get rid of the Weezing, which is really great. However though, he does bring in Dugtrio now, which does kind of suck. Can I switch? No. It's fine, as he's gonna knock us out with the Earthquake. He turns out to be Life Orb. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And now I can just bring in my Flygon here and force him out, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to bring in the Aromatisse, as I will be able to bring in my Venusaur, I'm thinking. I don't know how much Earthquake does to Blastoise, because I don't think I'll be able to KO him. Coming from Mega Glalie. If I had Freeze Dry, I may have been able to. No, Earthquake only does 20 to 24%. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna bring in my Venusaur here, and I can just safely go for Sleep Powder here if I really wanted to. But I think I'd rather just Sludge Bomb first, because if he doesn't switch directly into Registeel, I can just outspeed him and then put him to sleep the following turn. So yeah, just Sludge Bombing here isn't a bad play, as he probably predicting me to go for the Sleep Powder, sorry. Although now he can trap me with Dugtrio. I am bulky though, so I don't think he can knock me out with any one hit, even if he does have Earthquake. I'm just going to go for the Sleep Powder, as he's going to try and switch into Blastoise. I'm guessing just wanting me to put it to sleep. So what he's probably going to try and do is bait me to Leaf Storm, bring in Registeel, then double into Dugtrio, or switch into Registeel now and just try to get up a Stealth Rocks, which wouldn't be a bad play, I suppose. Unfortunately, because he does have the Sigilyph, I can't just really go for Earthquake with my Flygon. So I do kind of actually want to switch into Glalie here, maybe. Another option is just to bring in Slowking and just spam Scald until I burn him. If I bring in Glalie though, I can I mean, spikes really don't help me at all actually in this game now that I look at it. I think it's just better to save Glalie, if anything. So I may just pull a double here into my Slowking, as he'll probably want to switch into Registeel here, predicting Leaf Storm. So he will be able to get up his rocks, which are going to be a tad bit annoying. I can get up my own rocks, but I think I'd rather just start spamming Skull to wear this down. If he does have Toxic, that is going to be a little bit annoying, but it's not going to be that big of an issue, as we actually get lucky and we get the burn on the very first turn, which is absolutely amazing for us, as now I kind of want a T-Wave, predicting him to want to switch into Sigilyph. If this is Cosmic Power with Psycho Shift, it could be very, very annoying, so I really have to watch out for that. Another option that he could do is just go straight for the Toxic here. So that's what I'm going to predict now, and I'm going to switch into my own Registeel. Hopefully he doesn't double into his Dugtrio here, predicting this play. As he doesn't do that, if I do want to go for the rocks here, I basically give him a free switch into Dugtrio right now, which would really suck. If I bring in Slowking though, Slowking can beat Dugtrio 1v1. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to switch in Slowking, predicting him to want to bring in Dugtrio, as he actually brings in the Sigilyph. Oh, no. Actually, no. Well, no, yeah, if this starts getting up too many Cosmic Powers, this can actually become a huge problem. What do? This could potentially be very, very scary. See, I don't want to switch right into my Glalie, because if he does go straight for the Psycho Shift, that would be really bad. Same thing for my Flygon. Is it worth just sacking off Venusaur here if it comes down to it? It really is, because I can't do anything to this Registeel. Oh, okay, so he's actually Calm Mind, so this is not a threat at all anymore. I'm going to switch into my Registeel. I was going to be terrified if he was Cosmic Power Psycho Shift. That would have been scary, because I think those normally run more defense EVs anyways, so he would have been more physically defensive, and then if he had got up enough Cosmic Power boosts, I don't think a Double Edge would have been able to knock him out from my Glalie. So I'm just going to go ahead and get up my rocks here, as if they're really going to help. I think, actually no, yeah, I really don't need to get up my rocks, do I? I mean, they would be nice. Yeah, I'm just going to rocks to be on the safe side here, and then I'm just going to start spamming a Seismic Toss. Well, I'm going to Seismic Toss first. Well, no, because he can probably still double into his Dugtrio here. I mean, honestly, I'm not concerned about this Sigilyph anymore. Glalie can pretty much win me the game at this point. I just got to weaken Registeel and weaken Blastoise a little bit more. If anything, I just weaken Dugtrio with Seismic Toss. Another option, again, I can just fodder off Venusaur here, really. I mean, I really can. I'd rather just fodder off Venusaur here and not give him a free double into Dugtrio if he does go for that. Oh, he does have Psycho Shift. Okay. So good thing I did switch out there, as now he will be able to outspeed and knock me out. It's fine though. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot that I don't get my speed right away. Oh man. Ice Shard does 53 to 62. If I have to lock myself into Outrage, the 75 to 89, U-turn does 29 to 34. So I need to get off a little bit of prior damage on this Sigilyph first. Yeah, okay, so Sigilyph has become a little bit more of a problem because I forgot that I don't get my speed boost right away. Dumb thinking on my part. So he has Air Slash, Psycho Shift, Calm Mind, maybe Roost, or Psyshock as his last move. I can just bring in Flygon and just Outrage right away, and I still think I would 2-hit KO him regardless, and I don't think a +2 he knocks me out anyways. Right? Would he knock us out a +2? With Air Slash, if he was Life Orb, which he's not, so we'll just put Leftovers. Unless he is max attack. He doesn't knock us out with any one hit. So I think I'm just gonna have to bring in Flag on here and just risk Earthquake. Not Earthquake, sorry. Risk Outraging. And hopefully he won't knock us out. Even he could switch into Registeel here. But hopefully he just leaves in Sigilyph, thinking that we will just U-turn. Yeah, so I need to Mega first with Glalie. I completely forgot about that. Really dumb thinking on my part. So we do get off a huge amount of damage, and we will be able to easily 2A KO him now, as he's actually just going to switch into Registeel, which is perfectly fine with me. This is not a big problem at all, and luckily sorry. So we only get a 2-turn outrage, which is absolutely amazing for us, as now I'm gonna go ahead and switch into my Slowking here, and he's gonna go for the T-Wave, which is actually really good because now he can't Toxic us, which means we will beat this Registeel one-on-one easier. So he could potentially bring in Sigilyph here, or he could want to bring in Doug Trio. I do kind of want to double into my Glalie here, because after burn, I think he's in range of Earthquake knocking him out, if I'm not mistaken. I really don't know the damage output of Mega Glalie, guys. I apologize. Earthquake will do... yeah, 40 to 47%. So I can just make a safe double switch into Glalie here, in hopes that he will not go for a double status move. And I should be able to just Earthquake here and knock him out. Oh, I apologize, guys. So, really? We just got absolute low damage there, which kind of really sucks. Yeah. I'm just gonna spam Earthquake here just to kind of weaken Blastoise a little bit and just start wearing him down. Hopefully he doesn't wake up too soon. As he does wake up this turn, he shouldn't be able to knock us out just yet, and hopefully we don't get paralyzed, as we do manage to get off a little bit of extra chip damage on him. And I'm just gonna go ahead and Ice Shard here to get off a little bit more damage, and just to prevent him from getting up too many leftovers. So yeah, we do about leftovers damage, which is nice. So he is at 37% now. I should be able to just bring in Slowking here and just beat him 1v1 at this point, because with me being paralyzed, he can't burn me. If he wants to bring in Sigilyph, as long as he doesn't have Roost, it shouldn't be too big of an issue, which he still could maybe have Roost, so I'm really concerned about that still, because we haven't seen his final move, and it would make sense for him to have Roost. If he does have Roost, then I did kind of play around this very badly. Then again, I haven't seen a Sigilyph like this before, so he's going to end up bringing in the Doug Trio, as we will be able to just barely fail to knock him out. Unfortunately, he can get off a huge hit here, but Life Orb will knock him out, so I'm just going to go for the leftovers and hope that he doesn't do too much to us and that we don't get paralyzed. Thankfully we don't, and we are basically back up to full HP. Again though, this Sigilyph is a huge problem still, because it can pretty much beat my entire team at this point. So please don't have Cosmic Power. Please don't have Cosmic Power. I mean, please don't have Roost. No! No! Ah, that's game. Yeah, unless we get crit with Scald, I think that is unfortunately going to be the end of that. So we did kind of play, well, I did kind of play around that Sigilyph badly. I should have assumed that I just had the Roost, but yeah. It's fine. We're gonna get one more battle and end it off on that. It's gonna be the last battle for the live, and my opponent has a pretty fun-looking team. Clawitzer, which is something you never ever see. Same thing for Ambipom, it feels like, and Cinchino. So have a pretty fun standard, not fun standard, but a fun team to face. Looking at leads though, I'm thinking maybe his Ambipom. So I kind of want to lead with Registeel, but there's a chance he may have a low kick. If I wanted to be aggressive, I could just lead with Emboar. Although Flygon, I guess, wouldn't be a bad lead either. I think I'm gonna just lead Registeel to be on the safe side, as he ends up leading off with the Bronzong. If I had let off with Emboar, I pretty much would have got a free KO here, because I don't think Clawitzer can take two Adamant Choice Banded, like reckless Flare Blitzes coming from Emboar. But he leads with the Bronzong, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get up my rocks. He will be able to get up his own rocks right away, but that's not gonna be too big of a problem for my team, as I do kind of just want to switch right into my Emboar. Or Glalie wouldn't be a bad switch in either. I'm just gonna Seismic Toss though, see what he wants to do first, as he turns out to be Stealth Rocks with Calm Mind. So that's kind of cool. I will be able to just spam Seismic Toss though, and eventually beat him one-on-one before he's able to do entirely too much damage to me, as he's just gonna keep Calm Minding. I guess just trying to get off enough boosts to get off a little bit of damage on me, as he turns out to have the Psychic. Sorry for my stuttering, guys. I apologize. So he can just bring in the Delphox here, as he ends up bringing in the Clawitzer. I'm just going to T-Wave him as he ends up going for the Aura. Wow! That actually did a lot more damage than I was expecting. I thought it was only going to do about 30-40%. Although this does get Mega Launcher, I completely forgot about that. So kind of dumb thing on my part to just stay in like this and not switch right into Slowking. Which is what I think I'm going to do now, because I should be able to eat anything he wants to go for, unless he's Assault Vest and goes for Dark Pulse next. Then again, I do have the Cobra Berry. So I'm going to go ahead and just go for Psyshock here, see how much damage it'll do, as it will be about a 3-hit KO. And he does turn out to have the Dark Pulse as we reveal the Cobra Berry. So he will be able to knock us out next turn if we decide to stay in. But I think I'm just going to switch into Venusaur here. Yeah, I don't really need Venusaur to take a hit from anything else on his team. And I don't think he's going to switch up moves regardless, and now I get a free KO with Leaf Storm pretty much. Or I think Sludge Bomb can actually just knock him out. Then again, he could be Assault Vested, which is probably why he was just freely switching on moves like that, because we didn't see a Life Orb, and he wasn't Spexed, and he wasn't Lumberry. So Leaf Storming is just my safer play, as we're able to get rid of the Clawitzer. He's going to bring in the Ambipom. At this point, I don't really need Venusaur anymore, so I'm just going to leave it in for Death Fodder. Hopefully rack up Life Orb recoil damage on this Ambipom, but he doesn't have Life Orb. Probably has Silk Scarf, and I could have just gone for the Synthesis there. Why did you protect? It's... why? What? Okay, so Fake Out, Protect, Last Resort. That's kind of cool, I guess. As I can just bring in Flygon here, and I think just click Outrage, pretty much. Yeah, I'm just gonna click Outrage. It survived. I am really overestimating the power of Flygon, because I honestly thought that that would be able to knock him out. And then I just won with Flygon. I should have just gone for the U-turn. So I sure will be able to pick off this Ambipom. Although now he does get a free switch into the Delphox. I do have my Slowking, so Delphox isn't a problem at all. I just got to T-Wave him. And T-Wave this Cinchino, as he brings in Cinchino right away. I should be able to just switch into my Registeel here, if anything. Unless he goes straight for the U-turn, I'm not really too concerned about what he wants to do, as he does just end up going for the Rock Blast and getting 5 hits. Of course, getting 2 crits, but it's fine. That's not a problem at all. I'm just going to go ahead and T-Wave him here, just make him slower than my entire team. If he wants to bring in the Delphox, that's slower than my entire team now as well. If he wants to bring in the Bayonet, that would actually kind of suck, because I would rather Toxic that, as he does end up safely bringing in Delphox here. So I can just safely switch into my Slowking, I think. Unless he predicts this and goes straight for the Grass Knot, I'm not really too concerned about what he wants to do. as I can just pretty much spam Scald, burn, Bayonet, or not Sylveon, Cinccino if he wants to bring it in, or easily 2-hit KO this Delphox. So regardless, we are pretty much in a really good scenario here, as he has Shadow Ball and still outspeeds us. Is this Scarf then? Why is that still faster? What? Oh, okay then. I was really not expecting him to still be faster than us. But yeah, now I can just safely outspeed this. Regardless, I'm gonna Ice Shard, because I don't know how he went before. Okay, I understand that it's called Slowking, but I'm guessing he was Scarf, because that's the only way that he should have been able to outspeed us. So I'm gonna Ice Shard the Cinccino. I don't think I knock him out, but I'm still gonna get off a huge amount of damage on it regardless. And yeah, 34% is still pretty decent in my opinion, as I can bring in this and Toxic the incoming Bayonet. So I'm guessing this is Banded Cinccino from the way he's playing it, because he didn't stay in U-turn either turns that he went for a move. I don't do anything to this, so I'm assuming I just fodder something off to bring in Emboar. Right? Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I should be able to just win with Emboar actually. So I think I'm gonna fodder off Slowking here, as he ends up going for the Will-O-Wisp. A-okay with me, as I will be able to just go for the Slack Off if he doesn't knock me out, or if he decides to go for the Destiny Bond. And then Emboar can just come in and what I could do is just kind of play around with him if he does have the Destiny Bond. So I think I'm going to scout out for Destiny Bond here and just switch into my Registeel, see what he wants to do. As he ends up going for the Shadow Claw, gets a crit, so that kind of sucks. Hopefully he will go for Destiny Bond here, but no! He actually went for the offensive move, and Bandit Emboar is going to be able to pull out the victory, so I thought we were going to lose there for a second. Luckily though, we didn't. And yeah, so I don't know how long this live is going to be, but hopefully y'all did enjoy. Venusaur really put in some work. Bandit Emboar is a beast, oh my lord. And Glalie definitely came in handy with those spikes. I did unfortunately misplay in the second to last battle, seeing as it would have been able to win us the game. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the live, and if you did, then you know what to do. Let me know what you think about the suspect test for Tyrantrum and Steelix. And with that being said, guys, I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. If not, then the day after for sure. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Later, everybody.